Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play XCOM 2 Long War 2. Now I did notice on the previous missions we didn't get any corpses, and apparently that's a feature because the rapid exfiltration, as they call it, often leads to XCOM unable to collect the remains of the Advent and alien enemies. And offensive missions that offer the possibility to gather enemy corpses should be made a priority. Well, that's good to know, but how do we recognize those missions? Not sure. Let's go to the geoscape. A resistance mech? Wow. We probably want to investigate that
new course.
immediately. Not much left to salvage. I power down Advent Mech. Able to reset its programming. Alright. Transfer to a nearby haven to assist in its defense. It's good, I guess. Yeah, the troop transport, we cannot really do that. I think it was 2 days, something like that. Also, the strength of the current region is still 2, so it hasn't changed. It will change though if we do a lot of missions here, and right now it's the only place where we can do missions. Let's quickly check the personnel. Still as it should be. We have a resistance mech. Great.
Setting course for Sector 1, the Arctic.
Kinda hoped we would get a mech. Well, we did. Technically, but it's in the haven. And an engineer, 0 days. I don't know why the game is tormenting me with these engineer missions that cannot be done. Yeah, ignore. 4 hours, completely useless. And 7 days, finally, that's a mission we can do. And we need an engineer. Let's send our best team. This is actually a little bit too much for base infiltration. No. Well, we have 7 days and base infiltration is 6 days. Specialist, grenadier, gunner with the Talon rounds. A technical. And what do we need to do? Rescue a VIP, maybe remove the sniper and get Hans. He was pretty good on the previous mission. I think the boltcaster is on a soldier that is infiltrating. We do still have the frost bomb.
The charges in this grenade don't seem all that powerful, but
And the
according to
Shadowkeeper,
Shen,
but
liquefied gases inside should lead to an instantaneous freeze
Not
effect.
sure who we can give that to. Ben has a stun gun. What does Quan has? Let's check that out real quick. He has the grenade launcher, of course. The gremlin. Yep. Can actually send another soldier. Maybe another specialist to gain some experience. Well, that's too much. We could possibly install the silencer or whatever it's called. Suppressor. This will reduce mission infiltration time. And we are within the limits. just. But this is a mission we cannot fail. We need that engineer. So guys, don't fail. This is close to the A-team.
Sky Ranger,
We're in the pipe. 5 by 5.
And we are nearly done with Team Delta. Sabotage the Advent Monument. 137, vulnerable and extremely light. We only get some intel. Steal. Let's go.
It's time the aliens and the rest of the Advent administration learn that we can hit them where it hurts. So we're moving into the city center to strike a high-profile target. Deploy and approach the designated position. Neutralize any hostile contacts and secure the site.
Alright. Basically, gatecrasher. And I think we have a technical on this mission. But unfortunately it's a sabotage mission. And we cannot just blow up the statue. We need to use the
Menace 1-5.
explosives.
We have a fix on the target. Move to place the
It is
X4
pretty
charges
close by.
at the designated position.
And
Entry
it
squad
is guarded with a snake, among other things. Who do we have? We have Sydney, Assault, Catalina, Rookie, Gary, Ranger, Brit, the Specialist, and Carl, who is the Technical. So no Shinobi. Let's send out the Rookie. 3 hit points. This will be an exciting day for you. Maybe. Got some high grounds. We may want to check that out.
Voy hacia allá.
Could provide us with an
No need to ask
advantage.
Solid copy.
So move up the squad.
Running. Got it covered.
This mission doesn't have a timer. Unfortunately, there are guys already using the high ground. And I think that we may activate this pod if we attack those guys. Could fire a rocket. That would basically destroy the high ground. They will take falling damage. Not sure if the best use of the rocket. But we'll see.
Launching. We're in their sights.
One guy still alive. He was standing on a good spot. So we need the assault, I guess. Go kill that guy.
Them down. 10-4. I got it, right?
You did? Yeah, high ground is basically useless. Well, we could maybe use this part of the building if we can get on the roof, that is. This will not be possible right now, it is on fire. Now we don't want to reveal anymore, so let's just
Allí voy.
assemble the team.
Got it.
Yelling. A yelling civilian.
Okay, I'll go.
¿Está despejado?
Copy that.
This seems to be safe. Right then.
Already there.
Already there.
En guardia.
On Overwatch.
On your order.
Yeah, this revealed. Two
Send
bots.
troops here.
Or maybe one bot. Could check the hack, but that might definitely set off the other port. You can flashbang the trooper. Carl Burke, you have lousy shots. Maybe it's time for a grenade.
Grenade out.
.36, 41, two shots.
Missed the target.
Well, you can get a second chance. Hit him now. We got 27 and 36. And let's
Una
flashbang
menos.
the
Quedan miles.
trooper.
Light 'em up.
And Sydney can go on Overwatch. So the other port didn't activate. That is good news, I guess. 35%. Again, let's take a few shots. If we don't move, we don't activate. But we may need to move, because we do not have vision on that guy with the other troops.
Absolutely.
.24. That was bound to miss, of course.
Adjusting aim.
But he tried, so can do with a grenade. Nothing from this position. Well, get a little bit closer then.
Ya voy.
Still no activation apparently. Just a little bit tricky.
Boom.
It's good enough. Might do 4 damage. Yeah, let's not get closer. Let's maybe go on. Well, he will take a shot at... What's her name? Brit. Can flashbang him again.
Flashbang!
We are using our resources pretty quickly.
I'm on it.
And now we activated the other port.
Without the introduction of human DNA, these creatures once operating under the guise of thin men now show their
Overwatch.
true form. A purely reptilian species.
No reason for
And
that.
scatter and a
Aliens
shot.
don't need an infiltration unit anymore.
Not sure if that was a bug or not. I think if they see you on their turn, they may get an action. You should have a decent shot on the Viper.
Ready to
Not really. 24. That's pretty miserable. The Brits cannot really move because of the Overwatch. Well, I think she may actually be able to move out of sight. No, she will be hit. Let's check the hack.
Accessing system.
Just in case. Cache of supplies, yeah, doesn't really help us. Well, thanks anyway. How can we break Overwatch? We may need to run it, and who can do that? Gary Mason. Right, Gary, do it.
That was close.
So, Overwatch broken. Now, what can we do with Carl? Not much. What can we do with Sydney? Unfortunately, he will need to be in. Well, he can go here. It's a flankable position,
I'm trusting you here.
but it is full cover, and he can use a flashbang. Hopefully. So, 2 enemies can be flashbanged. The rookie. Does have a 28% shot. Brit does have a 35% shot. Carl can flashbang the snake.
You watch
I
it?
think we will do that. And the what's his name? Sydney can flashbang these 2 guys.
Need a light?
We are improvising a bit. Take the shot. And we have 1 shot remaining. 35. Also can put you in a better position. Full cover. Let's go for the possible kill. Well, it's a hit.
I might have
Not enough though.
Running dry on ammo.
The Viper still has 50 aim. This guy is wounded, so reduced aim. Stun Lancer. Kinda forgot or didn't notice him. Fortunately he missed. Snake also missed. Well, these guys will hit sometime. But not this turn.
Taking fire over here.
Yeah. So we are in a bit of trouble here. Sydney, I think I want you to kill the snake. These guys are in half cover and should relocate. Carl Burke is in good cover, decent position. Can possibly kill the Stun Lancer, but he needs to do maximum damage. Let's not count on that. What does the flamethrower do? Doesn't hit the snake. Apparently. Yeah, let's not hit Sydney. Movability, a little bit of a problem. Is there anybody on Overwatch? I don't think so. So Sydney, can you kill the Stun Lancer? No, not reliably. We need the rookie.
KA.
Three damage.
Make it out
Totally
of
disappointing. I will relocate the guys on the roof. They are in half cover. They will definitely be shot.
Got it. Moving.
Brit.
Roger that.
So I think Sydney can reliably kill the Stun Lancer now. Well, almost. Do we want to reposition him? He is in a bit of a dangerous position. First up though, Carl Burke.
Sure thing.
You will need to kill the snake. And that is not possible. I think the Boltcaster actually does less damage than Vanilla. Set this guy on fire then. Only 2 damage. That is insane.
If you say so.
Improve your position a little bit and kill the Lancer. So the snake remains a problem. Apparently he is fireproof or something like that. He only did 2 damage. Well, 3 extra damage. Snake is moving about, that's fine. I think all the guys are in high cover. Still, that of course doesn't mean they can't be hit, but they are relatively safe, hopefully. One guy on Overwatch, but he is not really dangerous. Carl can use the flamethrower again. Can we hit two guys? No. Right, let's keep that in mind. Let's see what the assault can do. Does this trigger Overwatch? I don't think so. And Sydney doesn't have a lot of... Well, it does. Through the window. Probably. Can we do with a flashbang? We can actually break Overwatch from here. Sounds like a plan.
Meet Adrian.
And Gary Mason is out of position. Can possibly get into a... Well, this is blocked, so no vision at all. Yeah, he needs to improve his position, but let's first see what we can do with Sydney.
Getting in close. No need to ask twice.
Hopefully kill the snake. Wow, that is lousy. Use a grenade then, and let's hope for 4 damage. I kinda thought he was flanking the snake, but no. No, we need Carl to set this guy on fire.
Prepping flamethrower.
Goodbye. And Gary, you need to improve your position. Cannot get into high cover right now. Let's go here.
I'm trusting you here.
And Overwatch. Brit can also be overwatching.
Let's affirmative. Covering now.
They're all over me.
Overwatch again on the trooper. That's annoying. Maybe Gary can do something fancy. He does have a grenade. Maybe possible to throw it from here. Off cover though. Let's first check the other guys. Grenades on cooldown. She doesn't have grenades. Carl is out of special abilities. Let's not run the Overwatch with Sydney. Reload on Catalina.
En marcha.
And let's Overwatch on you.
Guardia.
Carl can actually take a shot. This guy is wounded, has already terrible aim, and well, there is a chance that we hit this guy. It's not great. It's the best we have right now.
Negative damage.
Let's provide some vision on this area in case the stun lancer advances. Half cover.
What's over there?
Doors already open, so Overwatch on Gary.
On Overwatch.
Brit. Let's not run the Overwatch, so
Moving to Overwatch.
Overwatch on most of the guys.
Let's do this.
Let's see if the stun lancer makes a move. Oh, he reloads. That's fine.
I'm pinned down here.
Carlberg, move up. And throw a grenade. Can you throw a grenade? Not in range. Brit actually has a shot. Might as well take it. Yeah,
Negative damage.
we will be taking a few shots this turn. Might get lucky.
Tiro desviado.
Back online.
Grazed, but he is injured
Right on the margin.
and stunned. That's great. I think we need to move Gary closer. This may trigger the Overwatch, but Gary has sufficient health.
I'm trusting you here.
Good enough. Well,
Line him up.
who knows? Very nice. 2 stunned enemies. Good job. So we can make some progress in this turn. It's about time, I guess.
What's over there?
Well, that's the
Menace
objective,
1-5,
Gary.
you're near the target position.
Throwing grenade.
Loot destroyed. Not a big deal,
Espero que valga la pena.
I think.
I'm all over it.
Can we actually kill that guy? We can, very nice. And he also had loot.
Mejor así.
We can pick
Necesito
that
un
up.
cambio de
It's secure. We're not picking up any inbound contacts. Scanners are clear. Menace 1-5, we have a limited window to act before Advent responds. We need to get those charges planted on the double.
Yeah, we will do that, and there will be reinforcements, but we'll worry about that later. Sydney seems to be the most mobile guy. The other troops can get the loot.
Well, if you say so.
Agility,
It's heavier than it looks. Overwatch.
reload in Overwatch.
Locked and loaded.
Ready to engage.
And
Ready.
Okay, I'll go.
You can blow up the statue.
Menace 1-5, rendezvous at the extraction point. Status confirmed. Squad is clear. Detonating charges.
So this was basically Gatecrasher, the World War II version. Only 9 enemies. Not a very difficult mission. Now I'm curious if we actually got the corpses.
Our troops continue to exceed expectations.
And 5
while
promotions.
working with limited resources.
First up, Gary. This is a difficult choice. Gary does have decent aim. Well, let's go for wall fire. Not really a great ability, but something, I guess. Fire in the hole. Or we could make Carl a fireman. Roused, what does it do? Special flamethrower shot. That does limited damage, but forces enemies to change their position. Sounds good to me. Daniels, you will get lightning reflexes. He is extremely mobile, so you can run the overwatches in the future. And let's make Brit our first medic. Medical protocol. We will get Gremlin heal and stabilize. So she will need a med kit in her equipment. And finally the rookie. You will be a sharpshooter with 65 aim. And we didn't get any corpses. So I'm doing something wrong, or it's just very difficult to get corpses. That's
Commander, if you come across any skilled
probably also
recruits out
possible.
there, we could always use the help in engineering.
Yeah, we are low on engineers. In
Commander,
fact, we have
as we
0,
rapidly
and we
develop
have
and
also
deploy
0
advanced new
scientists.
Any recruits you encounter with a proclivity towards the sciences would be of
We
great
have
use to
a
me.
mission pending that will get us an engineer.
Most of our new recruits have never worked in close quarters.
So
like the
that's
Avenger.
something, I guess.
Before the war, we might have had time for training, but now they're gonna have to pick things up on the fly.
Yeah, only 3 hit points. This guy has incredible dodge. And decent aim, not a lot of defense. Ten supplies. I think we are out of rookies to train. Let's just wait and see if we can get anything better. Right now though, I'll make a cut. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.